Good morning, fellow metabolic wealth investors. Van Potts here, and it is a cold Friday morning, December of 2025. And I had a couple of things that I wanted to introduce to bring up into your way of thinking, and hopefully we'll discuss them because I think it's important to discuss. Just apologies up front. This isn't going to be anything formal. There's not going to be a lot of information explained. It's really kind of a mindset type thing, and I think with some of the things that are happening today, we need to be thinking a little bit more about that. So, um, two core and critical messages. So, number one. We're hearing about the United Healthcare CEO who was murdered in cold blood right in front of everybody in New York City a week or 10 days ago, whenever it was. And it's a tragedy. It's a terrible, terrible thing that happened. What I think might be even a little scarier is how many messages that are out there, like he had it coming to him, he should have been, like things like that. And what we're seeing is a lot of frustration with the current healthcare system. So I understand the frustration. I get the hey, I get the unhappiness with the system. I mean, I have to buy my own insurance. I work for myself, so my insurance is 1377 a month with a $14,300 deductible. So nobody gets it more than I get it. It's really a very expensive thing every month. I mean, my mortgage isn't that much. So, and at the end of the day, when I'm done paying my mortgage, I at least got a house and some equity with this insurance. I've been doing this for 24, 25 years. I got nothing to show for those kinds of expenses. So, I get the frustration. What I don't get is he had it coming to him because, folks, you're never going to be able to kill these people out of business. That is, if you're thinking, if anybody is thinking they can kill the healthcare insurance business out of business, you're a fool. I don't want to say anything. I'll just leave it at that. You're a fool. That is absolutely crazy thinking. You cannot kill them out of business. Taking the United Healthcare CEO out isn't going to do anything. There's going to be another person that's going to step in and take over. And I got to tell you something. My dad taught me a long time ago when I was a kid, be careful what you wish for because the next thing can be a lot worse, and it could be a lot worse. Now, the statistics and the things I'm reading about United Healthcare are absolutely alarming and they're damning. They are, I think that over a third of their claims were denied, and supposedly what this guy was getting ready to go do the morning he was killed was limit the amount of time that one of us could be in the operating room, and they would stop paying, and then it becomes your personal responsibility after a certain amount of overage. I mean, just absolutely horrible things. I mean, clearly the system is broken. And when the system is profiting off of your illness, my illness, as opposed to profiting from wellness, if you really think about it, that's a bad system. So when the system is going to profit for you being sick, what is their incentive to cure you? Think about that. If I could profit from your illness, why on earth would I want to cure you? So that's the thing that people have to really understand and get into their mind. Number two. So number one, just to recap, you're not going to kill these people out of business. It is not possible. So the best thing you can do is number two, and that is personal accountability and taking control of your health, your metabolic wellness, the food you eat, the exercise you get, the work you do, the sleep you get. All these things are things that each of us, you and me, we all need to be focused on that and trying to make things better for ourselves. Because as I just said, and it's fact, if I can profit from your illness, from you not being healthy, if I can profit from that, what is my incentive to cure you? Now, to be sure, I don't think that all healthcare is like that. I certainly don't think that in fact, I would argue that 99% if not 100% of doctors do not wish illness or poor health on their patients and their clients, the customers. I don't think that at all. It's not them, it's the system. So the system profits from you and me not being in good health, which means what? Well, if they're profiting from it, you have to take your wellness and your health. You've got to be accountable to yourself. You've got to take your health and your wellness, and you have to be accountable to yourself. So, what do you do? Well, there's a number of things you can do. The first thing is get your mindset wrapped around the fact that your health, my health, our health is up to us. It's up to us. It's not up to a system that isn't really in the big picture focused on your wellness. Think about that for a minute. Think about it. So, number two, invest in yourself and get some information. Learn about what makes your body work and what makes it tick. Learn about food. Learn about how your body reacts to certain kinds of food. Don't be a slave or dependent on a system that doesn't always give you the best answers, never mind the correct answers for your particular situation, your healthcare. My health and my wellness works completely different than yours or other people's because every single human body is different. But that doesn't excuse you or me from the accountability of learning about it and working it so that we are not held hostage to a system that isn't really focused on wellness. So think about that for a minute. And then think about your exercise. Think about your time off. Think about your stress management. Think about all these different things and invest in ways to make things better for yourself. So, just to surmise it, I hope you got to the end of this and I hope you'll comment and you'll think about it and I hope you'll share this with other people. But just to get to the summary of the whole thing, you're never going to be able to murder these people out of business. Nobody can. The fact that anybody is celebrating the death of this man is sad, unfortunate, not good, because you can't kill him out of business. It's just not ever going to happen. There are God knows how many other people lined up, ready to take that job, ready to continue that person's work because they're making a lot of money from it. They're making a lot of money. So invest in yourself. Take the accountability for your health into your own mind and your own mindset. That's really important. You and me are responsible for our health. Putting an insurance company in charge of your health is just not thinking very smartly. So that's the second thing. Make sure that you are accountable to yourself. Learn about your health. Learn how food works. Learn about the food in our country. And yes, if you think that what's the old saying? I'm here from the government and I'm here to help you. Hey, nobody wants to see Maha work more than me. I'd love to see some of the stuff that's put into our food that isn't put into the European food, etc. I'd love to see all that stuff come out. But at the end of the day, just like the government's not going to be there to take care of you for insert cause or situation here, they're also not going to be able to take care of your personal health the way you and me can take care of our personal health. So think about that. Number one, we're not going to kill these people out of business. That's a poor way to think about it. It's a poor way for the society to be reacting. Number two, accountability. Take control of your health, your wellness, your metabolic health. Understand food, exercise, nutrition, and how it plays in your life to make you healthier. So that's it. Van Potts with the Metabolic Wealth Investing Network. I hope this finds you well. I hope that message made sense. I definitely would like to hear from some of you. Have a great day.